A pastor and a police officer's wife were having an affair. This affair got intense when the police officer was transferred to a far location, and the pastor's visit to the police officer's wife got so often. One of the neighbors decided to report to the police officer, and the police officer did not believe him at first, but after thorough investigation, he came to a conclusion that his wife was cheating with the pastor. So he hatched a plan. One day he came back to his house and he had a good time with the wife. Then he had a call and told the wife that his supervisor had called him to report back immediately to the station because there was an emergency there. Before he left, the wife hugged the police officer and told the police officer how she was going to miss him. Then he left the officer and the officer went. Within a short time, the wife called the pastor and the pastor promised he was going to come at their usual time, which was midnight. So midnight came and the pastor stayed true to his words and he came exactly at around 12:10 a.m. He parked the car and he entered the house. The wife was so happy to see the pastor and he served the pastor one of his best meals. The pastor ate quickly and within no time they had started caressing each other. Shortly the clothes were thrown all over the house and the pastor got on top of the police officer's wife. The neighbor called the police officer. The police officer had not left for work. He was just hanging around so that just in case the pastor came, the neighbor was going to alert him. And indeed, the neighbor alerted him that the pastor had gotten into his house. Without wasting time, the police took a motorbike and he came back to his house. Then he banged the door, which was not closed, luckily, and he found the pastor on top of his wife. Even before they had finished the first round, the police officer was there. Without wasting any time and without talking to anybody, the police officer started raining heavy blows on the pastor's face. He kicked him all over. He took whatever was in front of him and hit the pastor. When he was about to leave the pastor, he took the pastor's legs and broke both of them. Then he took a sharp object and threw to the pastor, which cut him very badly. The pastor was bleeding profusely. Then the police officer left deep into the night. During the commotion between the pastor and the police officer, the wife took advantage. She dressed up and she escaped deep into the night. After the police officer left, the neighbors came and had sympathy on the pastor and they took the pastor to the hospital. However, as the pastor was undergoing treatment, he passed on. As we speak, the police officer is still on the run, and also the wife is not known where she left to. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time.